I don't know if y'all know this about me. All right, Mother's Day, not my favorite holiday in the world. Not my favorite fucking day. All right. Y'all heard the last song that I played. I wrote that on Mother's Day. I think like a year ago. So yeah, very, very, very strong feelings there, Um, but you know what? So I want to say this first of all, because it is still Mother's Day, at least where I am. So I do have a thing that I want to say to you guys. All right, because look, I had a shitty fucking mother. I had a mother that, for the most part, was not there. I mean, she would argue she was there for the most important parts of my life. I would argue she was like just kind of there as like a parent for the first 7 years of my life, and then checked the fuck out when I needed her the most. And so it sucks. And I felt from a very young age I hated Mother's Day. I remember going to church because my dad would always drag us to church every fucking week. And I remember like there were several times when I had to leave the fucking auditorium, and would go in the back and like cry or whatever because I couldn't, for a lot of reasons. Uh, one of the things that was being talked about once was some things that kind of attacked my identity in a very specific way that Christians tend to do, because there's a reason they're all so afraid of trans people. Okay, they have this very hyper fetishized idea of like masculinity and manliness and what a man should do and should be. You know, very very weird shit. All right, weird champ kind of stuff. All right, guys, but that's how Christians be. So there were a lot of shit but Mother's Day was a especially bad one. And it always kind of sucked. But I want to remind people out there, all right, because you know what, every other fucking channel, every fucking show that you see, every fucking Mother's Day special episode of whatever, every fucking YouTuber or who the fuck ever who even mentions it, like it's always mentioned, like, oh, like, to all the wonderful mothers out there, and like whatever. Like, I get it. There's a lot of wonderful mothers out there that people want to thank, but I never hear anyone say anything to all the wonderful fucking kids out there. All right, who were either raised poorly, barely raised, or not raised at all by shitty, absent mothers. I want y'all to know, unironically, it's fucking horrible that you had to go through that. And I'm sorry that every fucking Mother's Day you have to deal with, everyone fucking celebrating their wonderful mothers. And if you're unlucky enough to have one of those mothers in your life who also seems to think that they are deserving of some kind of praise on Mother's Day, that's an extra fucking that's an extra fucking burden to bear. So I to everybody out there, all the peepo, all the hopos out there, all right, all the fam out there, I want y'all to remember, y'all are part of the fam. Not just the Hopium fam, but fucking the human fam. And you know what? You didn't have a mother that was there for you, and that fucking sucks. But you know what? Kudos to you. Kudos to you for picking up the slack where your own mother let you down. Kudos to you for being the bigger person. Kudos to you for being fucking stronger. So on this day where a lot of, I'm sure, wonderful mothers are getting some very due love and attention, and I'm sure some undeserving mothers are also getting some undue attention, I want to send some love to all the people out there who don't have a mother or don't have a good mother. And I want to commend you, because unironically, growing up without a mother is fucking hard. And in a lot of ways, you got to be your own mother. And that sucks, because, well, it sucks for the same reason that it sucks having a mother who's more interested in being your BFF than in being your caregiver. Because, There's certain boundaries a parent needs to set. There's certain things that a parent needs to teach their child, and you know, um, sometimes a child doesn't know any better, and they're trying to teach themselves what's right, but they don't know any better. They fuck up. We all fuck up. But you know what? You fuck. You persevered all those fucking years. You took care of yourself in whatever ways you needed to. And that's not to say that you didn't have other people to rely on. I'm sure you did. I did. But I know in a lot of ways, I had to step up and take care of myself. I had to teach myself a lot of fucking shit that I wished I had someone out there to teach me. I genuinely do believe and recognize that I am too hard on myself sometimes. And I think a lot of us are too hard on ourselves sometimes. And I think it's important to remember that those of you who have had to fend for yourselves in whatever ways, I mean, fucking queer and trans people in general, like, a lot of us, even if we have, like, even partway supporting people to look up to in our lives, they never fully understand our experience. And that creates barriers. That creates, other ways in which we have to learn certain things for ourselves. So, a reminder to all the beautiful kids out there, all the beautiful people out there, that your mother let you down, wasn't there, didn't step up. A reminder that you're fucking awesome. You are. You may not have done the best job, but hey, what mother does? And more importantly, what child should ever be expected to bear that burden on their own? If your mother checked out on you like mine did, she deprived you of a lot. But you were able to, at least in the ways that counted, fill in those gaps, do what you needed to do to figure life out, and become the beautiful, wonderful people that you all are. And I know you're beautiful and wonderful and amazing because y'all are here. I don't like to toot my own horn or anything, or say I'm like brilliant or the most based person ever. Well, I will, ironically. I don't believe that in the slightest. But I generally believe that the stuff I talk about here and the kind of community that I try to foster here is a good place, full of good people. I went through periods of having nothing but shitty people in my community, and again, that's partly due to the effects of not really having mentors in your life to look up to you, to guide you. You kind of fall in with wherever you think you'll get the most validation. But I genuinely believe we can be better. I've gotten better. I'm not perfect. I'm not. I'm severely depressed, have a lot of anxiety issues, but I'm surviving. I'm doing what it takes. I'm getting through it. And so are you. So stop being so hard on yourself. And happy fucking Mother's Day, because some of us were our own mom. And that is a feat that should not be underlooked. So, yeah. Much love to all the mothers out there, by the way. All the good ones. Most of the bad ones. Some of y'all are unforgivable, alright? But, as much love as we can possibly spread around, I'm all for it. But that also means sometimes recognizing certain types of people that aren't generally recognized. Oh, for another matter, a happy Mother's Day to all the grandmothers, aunts, and other mom type figures out there who have been there for people. So it doesn't just take being related to someone. You could I've had women in my life that have, if even for short times, given me that guidance or whatever, and been there for me in one way or another. It's valuable. So those of y'all who have provided that role as well, kudos to you. Most of all, guys, never let anyone make you think that you are inferior because you didn't have a normal upbringing. Because oftentimes, those of us that had to do certain things for ourselves, fend for ourselves in certain ways, be our own mom, we go through rough patches, but I do believe in the end we come out stronger. So, even if you're still in that rough patch, keep going. It does get better. Pain and trauma doesn't ever go away completely. Neither does depression, nor even anxiety, probably, but they get easier to deal with. So keep going, and remember that you're beautiful, and that you are loved, and that you are worthy of love, and that you have infinite potential. You could have been born in a different situation with more advantages. Who knows where you'd be? Who knows where any of us would be? But we are where we are. We have the hand we're dealt, and we got to give ourselves props every once in a while for the things that we do, the things that it takes, the effort it takes, the strength that it takes to actually deal with those things head on. If that doesn't show our worth, I don't know what else does. You're amazing. And you are worthy of love. And you will find people out there who love you unconditionally for who you are. So don't give up, y'all. All right. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Mama's watching now on the play. Yes, all the mamas out there. All the mamas. But especially to the self mamas. Self moms. Self momming it up, yo. I'm not saying like, yo, my grandmother was there for me in a lot of ways, but there's like, a lot of shit I had to figure out on my own. And I don't know, like, I just start thinking about it because today is Mother's Day, and like, I get the thought in my mind, should I call her? Because I did talk to her like a few months ago, but like, I honestly, and look, if we had any kind of normal relationship, I would definitely say the impetus is on me to call her, but like, she doesn't reach out. She doesn't want to talk to me unless she needs something from me. So that's a relationship that I don't really get much out of. So, I don't want to put the effort into it. And no shame to anyone else out there who has to make that decision for their own well-being. Because at the end of the day, like, your mom can give you whatever guilt trip she wants. I'm sorry, your well-being always comes first. Like, you are the child, they are the fucking parent. Like, unless you're over like 40.